I've only arrived and got the air rifle out of the back of the van when I noticed this rabbit in the field beside the owner's garden. He's about 65 yards away, so I decided to make my way down the laneway to see if I can get a wee bit closer and an easier shot. It's a private laneway and well away from the road, so no problems with the public. I get to about 51 yards away and I set my shooting sticks down, and I have to slowly make my way up onto this flower bed because it's covered in shingle and I don't want to make a lot of noise underfoot. When I get myself into position, I use this young sapling to stabilise my shooting position. I give the rabbit a wee squeak, but it doesn't seem to react, but still managed to take the shot off. And head down to pick him up, forgetting my shooting sticks in the way. So after I've gathered my shooting sticks up, I head down to see how I've done. The shot's a little high, but it still clipped him in the top half of the head, giving a good clean kill. Nor a quarter of an inch higher and it would have been a complete miss. I gave his bladder a wee squeeze, there's not much in him anyway, and throw him into the game bag. He's a young rabbit, about 3/4 grown. And dander on to see what else is about. I make my way back up into the farmyard again to have a look, to see what's in this back paddock here. I can see there's 1 or 2 rabbits about, but these are 80 to over 100 yards away, more for a rimfire rather than my air rifle. The grass is a little lower now and easier to see the rabbits, but sometimes if you take care and just look round the corner here, you'll find another 1 or 2 rabbits sitting. And so there is. Again, these are about 50 yards away and a much easier target for my air rifle. So again, I set the shooting sticks down and make use of the ranch fencing. It's a nice angle here and I'm able to get my right elbow onto the fence as well as my forward arm to support the rifle. I'm undecided which rabbit to take here, as both of them aren't really presenting a great target for the side of their head. This one just spots me here. You'll see the ears drop back as it's trying to hide itself, but I go for the right one first and completely miss, putting the pellet over his head, and then he hides behind that bush and I can't get a clear shot, so I decide to go for the left one. I can just about see the side of his head and drop him. So go forward and pick him up. Thankfully the gate here isn't tied, so I can easily open it to make my way into the field. The pellet hit just below the right eye and went further into the back of the rabbit's head, straight through the brain. So I set the rifle down carefully, making sure I don't put it into a lump of sheep clobber. Then gave the rabbit's bladder a wee squeeze before putting it into the game bag. Now people ask, why do you shoot rabbits? Well, in pasture land like this here, this is one of the reasons. It's an old rabbit hole. It's grew over a little bit, but it's collapsed in on itself. It's quite deep. It's at least about 12 inches deep with a soft bottom on it, and it's only about 2 or 3 yards out from the hedge. This is the sort of thing livestock like cattle or horses can sometimes hurt themselves in, putting their foot into it and at the worst breaking it. So this is one of the reasons their rabbits aren't really liked on open pasture ground like this. Well, after that shot, I think it spooked most of the other rabbits, so I decided to call it an early night. I've had a couple of rabbits and better than what I'd done the last day when I was here. And a very nice evening. When I got home I set the game bag down to snap. At one stage I thought I was going to climb into the bag after them. But then he just decided he just wanted to paw and play with the bag. Too well fed, I guess.
Don't you be tearing up my game bag now.
He'd much rather have somebody else do the hard work. Lazy sod.